Mal kurakam petuna mata dinte, gal kurakam petuna gite gante, mal kiri peyi pusun bete mamade. Duke ite no waki ene otobuta.
News First met this lady at the Anavilandu hospital recently. Today our paths crossed again, and the News First team encountered her while she was being in the streets, begging.
This is Podihami. On the 11th of this month, News First presented the tragic story of M. Podihami, a mother of 2 sons. Podihami was found abandoned on the road in her old age, and while most people did not give her a second glance, a lady came forward and had her admitted to hospital. While the Good Samaritan first took Podihami to the Chilaw hospital, authorities informed her that they could not accept her in the absence of a guardian. However, authorities at the Anavilandu hospital took pity and admitted Podihami to the hospital. While Podihami spent 5 days in hospital, she was only visited by the lady who had taken pity on her and brought her to the hospital.
Mal kurakam petuna mata dinte, gal kurakam petuna gite gante, mal kiri peyi pusun bete mamade.
Since Podihami had no home to return to after she was discharged from hospital, her benefactor had taken her in and provided accommodation. However, a group of people claiming to be relatives of the unfortunate Podihami had threatened the Good Samaritan and demanded that she return Podihami. As a result of this, Podihami left the home that had given her shelter in her old age and has now taken up residence at the bus stop near the Anavilandu hospital. She cannot live here forever. She cannot go from bus hall to bus hall. She says that someone attempted to rape her. Her daughter-in-law called me and told me to kick her out. I could not do that, and since I gave her accommodation, they came to my house with knives. They demanded that I chase her out. The police must intervene and either entrust her to her son or take some other action. Podihami's tragic tale begs the question, how many elderly parents in our society have been abandoned this way? News First made inquiries regarding state mechanisms that are in place to provide for these people.
There are many elderly women who have been abandoned by their children or who have no guardians. Does the government have any program in place to provide for their welfare, safety and security?
In such instances, there are services provided by the Department of Social Services, and there are homes for the elderly which are operated by volunteer organizations. There are also homes for those who have no one. What we can do in an emergency situation is that we can make inquiries regarding the person's parentage or guardians, and if they have no one, we can admit them to an elder's home. We can provide them with medical treatment, accommodation, food and clothing.
But it seems they are unaware of how to inform the authorities of their plight.
You can inform the Gramaniladari or officials from the Department of Social Services. When they report to us, we propose where they can be taken to.
News First also made inquiries from Ranjan Ramanayaka, the Deputy Minister of Social Empowerment and Welfare.
You can hand over such a person after registering them through the Divisional Secretariat or the Gramaniladari. You can visit the second floor of Setsiripaya to inform the Minister of Social Empowerment and Welfare or myself, or call us and inform if there is anything. If you inform us of the place, then we can send a vehicle and pick up the elderly mother and father or direct them to an elder's home. I will definitely look into the issue of this mother and take the necessary steps.
In spite of the cruel treatment she has received in her twilight years, Podihami bears no hatred towards her sons. Podihami's benefactor, who had to endure threats for her charity, is ready to provide land to build a small home for her. I will give her 3 meals a day and I will look after her. I can provide land to build a home for her. I can even find coconut palms for a thatched roof. Build her a small hut. I will give a portion of my land. As we commemorate Poson Poe Day, we should ask ourselves if our society can continue to turn a blind eye to the plight of people like Podihami.
My daughter, Puta, Divya, and Mata Pella, Kadala,